Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Destiny 2. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and salutations. Today, it's a garden world. Let's get to it. Garden world is one of the options for the Nightfall this week, and if you are going for the score, there's a few things that you're going to want to do. Now, first of all, you're going to want to get a challenge card from Xur. Xur is available from Friday until reset on Tuesday. And you're going to want to set up the challenge card as follows. You're going to want to put in a singe depending on what power weapon and or super that you're going to use. You're going to want to run Extinguish. You're going to want to run Match Game, and you're going to want to run Blackout. Those are going to maximize your score multiplier, so each enemy that you kill is going to maximize that amount of points that you get for each one. Additionally, you're going to want to put in a power handicap so that it will bring your lowest character on your fire team down from whatever down to 540. So if you're all up at 600, you're going to put a power handicap of 60 in there. This will greatly increase your score multiplier, so do be sure to do that. Unfortunately, it does make it more difficult if you're at 540 or closer to 540 in order to get the score. Now, do you have to use Extinguish? No. Do you have to use Match Game? No. Do you have to use Blackout? No. But if you don't use any of the three, it's going to be much more difficult to get that score. And of course, you cannot use Heavyweight Grenadier or Brawler as one of the challenge card options, because that will drop your score multiplier. So you want to add things that are going to maximize your score. So because you're using Extinguish, you don't want to all go down. Since you're using Blackout, you're going to want to be self-aware. You're going to be looking around more, looking to see where the enemies are, especially ones that can kind of teleport around. And Match Game. Enemy shields, you need a corresponding energy type. So arc shields need an arc weapon or ability to take down. Otherwise, you're going to waste a lot of ammo just trying to take down the shield. So very important to have people using different types of weapons. Now in Garden World, you see a lot of void shields and arc shields. You do not see as many solar shields. There are a couple thrown in there, but they are few and far between. So have all members of your fire team use a separate type of energy weapon. So if one person's using an arc energy weapon, nobody else should be using arc, and so forth and so on. So you each have each type of energy weapon. Power weapons are all going to be the same. They're all going to be solar or arc, depending on what you're using. We used an arc singe for this one, so we were all using the Thunderlord, and some people used a arc subclass, some people use solar. It just depends on your preference and what super that you prefer versus what will do the most damage necessarily. Although if you're using Solar Singe, the Blade Barrage or Gold Gun are certainly good options. Alright, and that is it. Go through and kill as many enemies as you can, as quickly as you can. You don't have to kill every single enemy in the encounter in order to get the score. And in this particular one, it is helpful to have someone sent off ahead to open up the gates so that you're not waiting for the gate to open, and that's precious seconds that you could be DPSing the enemy. So just make sure that when you have someone running ahead, that they're not so far ahead that if they go down, that the entire team gets wiped out because they're in the next section. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to ring the bell before you leave to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
Watch the temporal shielding on that Minotaur. It'll erase your bullets like you've never fired them. It's like you've done this before.
If only a certain warlock would stop undoing his work.
I'm contending with Vex.
You seem to know your way around. What else did I miss when I was out?
We jumped off a bunch of gravity cannons. Does that count?
Actually, yes.
I was hoping the root mine would take longer to get set up, but its arc beam is at full intensity. It'll be as tough as it was the first time.
I wasn't here for that. I think I was dead.
Don't be dramatic. You were asleep.
I saw things in the dark. The Traveler was there, and it was so small. mine has been neutralized. Osiris, if you had any plans for this thing when you simulated it, I'm afraid there's not much of it left.
You've done well, Guardian. That corpse could be useful. I'll retrieve it soon.